We watched Esther as she grew, and I would just look at her and see the way that she conducted herself in all of her affairs. And I would wonder, who will she marry? Who will match her? And then we got to meet Andrew, and we got to spend some time with him. And when we spent time with him, we saw the kind of person he was, his character, the way he cared for Esther. He was a good man. And we knew inwardly, we just had the peace. The Lord's hand was involved in them coming together.
Me and Esther were introduced by some mutual friends. She didn't know our actual first date was a group date with our friends. She didn't know I was going to be there and what was going on, but she figured it out pretty soon. But it wasn't awkward, and we had a good time, so I asked her out on a date, just me and her, and it ended up being really, really good. We talked the entire date at the fair, which was pretty amazing. We didn't stop talking the whole time. There was no awkward moments, and it was just easy to be with her.
Andrew and I had been on a few dates, and I was kind of starting to like him, but then he waited kind of a while before he asked me on, I think it was our third, maybe our fourth date, and so I was kind of wondering if he was going to ask again, or how serious he was, I guess. But he eventually did text me and ask me if he could take me out.
Then came the next date, which I guess I waited a little too long to call. Not on purpose, but she was about to give up hope, I guess.
And I had just been wanting him to ask me out, so I said, "Oh, I thought you would never ask." And then he had a sweet reply. He just said, "Is that I thought you would never ask, so I would have the pleasure of telling you no, and I thought you would never ask, so I could have the opportunity to sweep you off your feet." And I thought that was sweet, and so I just told him, sweep me off my feet. I want you to sweep me off my feet. And so he took me down to Corona Del Mar, and we went to the tide pools, and it was super sweet and fun, and we had such a great time. And then basically from that point on, again and again, he's had moments where he swept me off my feet, and eventually he took me back to the same place. So I felt like that was the coming full circle.
We somehow magically ended up on a beach that we had one of our early dates on. And so when we went up there, I proposed. I forgot everything I was gonna say. I had a whole speech planned out, and all I could get out was, "Will you marry me?" And so far, that was the happiest day of my life.
Yeah, he has definitely swept me off my feet like he said he would, and I'm hoping he'll continue to do that.
Esther, do you give yourself to be Andrew's lawfully wedded wife in sickness or in health, in good times or in bad, to take him to be your husband?
I do.
Okay, Andrew, do you take Esther in good times or in bad, in sickness or in health, to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
So by the power vested me in the state of California, I want to pronounce you man and wife, and we'll do the rings, and then you can kiss the bride. Okay, you can now kiss the bride.
My heart has always been an open door, 'cause you're the one that I've been waiting for. Oh, and I would wait for all my days.
Here's the most marvelous person, just like everyone has described. She's just such a precious person and such a capable person and such a loving person. And I think everybody that knows her would say that. And we're like, Lord, where is he? And so in the midst of the worst of times, Andrew showed up. And it was just amazing, and sometimes you doubt God because you wonder, is he ever going to come in and straighten this out, and take care of you because you love him and you gave your life to him, which she did. And he did, he came with Andrew.